Good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your nighttime, right time DJ Music, here with another episode of the Chop Shop. Normally, folks, we'd be talking about the migrant crisis in episode 8, but we had to switch up. Before I go any further and to tell you why we switched up, let me bring in my good friend and my co-host there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about the one and only Charwillie. How you doing, Char? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Come on, pull up your chair. You know where everything is at over there. Help yourself.
Why, thank you. Thank you very
Mm,
much. So
mm.
kind.
Yeah, I went to Italy and I bought in some of that expensive champagne. What's they call it, champagne?
Well, okay, I drink that too. All right. Mm.
I'm gonna have to charge you. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
But listen, everybody trying to make a dollar off something, so I might as well do it too, right?
yeah. Hey, that's the going way now.
Yeah. Well, of course, no. Like I said in the preamble here, in the monologue, we normally talk about the migrant crisis. We got a whole lot to cover in that, but I figure that's the gift they keep on giving, sharp. But this is hot off the presses, and we need to chop it up right about now. Have
Okay.
you checked? Have you seen them Trump high top sneakers?
I have. I've seen them posted somewhere around the YouTube streets. Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Now, if you was a say mother and you had teenage boys, or if you would you go and buy those sneakers for your teenage children?
No, it causes too much attention. No.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, as me, as I'm not to say that I'm a fan of sneakers, because I'm not. I think they have their place. Did going to the gym before I'm out running. Okay, sneakers. But to spend $400,
Mm. Oh, wow.
what seems to be, how you get a can of spray paint and you got some old stuff that you want to spray paint over.
Okay, yeah. That's poorly made.
Right. I mean, let me see. Let me blow this up just a second. All right, folks. You see them sneakers up there at the top right there? Them's is Donald Trump's new sneakers. Now he says that he thought about this idea 12, 13 years ago. Do you know of Donald Trump to pass up any money making opportunity?
Okay.
All right, so
Mm-mm.
he'll lie about everything. So I'm gonna call that the first lie we heard coming out of him. But it's one thing, short to it's one thing to Donald Trump is doing everything he possibly can to raise money, because he just got hit with a hefty fine
Right.
to the $355 million. That's a lot of
Mm.
money. Not to
Sure
mention
is.
the 83 million, not to mention the 5 million, and not to mention all the other uh, lawsuits he's got coming down the pipe. So I understand that the man is probably strapped for cash. All right, and do what you do, sell, hawk, whatever. Okay, the good old
Mhm.
American way. But what? Can I just go ahead and say it? I'll say it.
Okay.
What chapped my ass the most is these Fox News folks that says that that was a brilliant idea on how to connect to the black voter, because we as black people, we love sneakers.
Well,
Go ahead, say it. If you don't, I will. If
hey,
you don't, I
well,
will. If
hey,
you don't,
I walk down the street and in the mall and I see lying around the corner. So hey,
that was just a
mhm.
couple years ago, wasn't it? Wasn't that during the pandemic? Some new sneakers came out and them fools was lined up down the street trying to get them.
Yeah, yeah,
Huh? So
that's
wonder
true.
where. Right, I'm wondering why. See, folks thought I was just gonna talk about Donald Trump. Y'all thought I was gonna let y'all off the hook. Wrong, wrong. Now wonder where Donald Trump or the Fox News folks got that idea from, that black people are going crazy over sneakers. I'll tell you where they got it from. Y'all. That's where they got it from. Think about it. You go and pay $400, $500 for a pair of Jordans. If somebody step on your Jordans in the club, that's a reason to shoot somebody.
Go to jail.
Careful what you ask for. That's right. Come on, Char. Be careful what you ask for. You just might get it, huh?
Yeah.
Now, folks, is everybody that's got an opinion about this is pissed about it. But I guess what calmed me down, Char, while I was doing this research a little bit, I stopped and I thought about it for a minute. You know what? It ain't wrong.
Right. I can't be mad at the truth.
Right. I always say the truth is a bitter pill to swallow. Well, damn it, I had to get me some water. I had to get some water. Because if any person that's going to hear this upload later on that can say that we as a whole don't covet sneakers, you are a liar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see it even on a lot of YouTube channels. People have them all plastered around.
I wasn't gonna say it, but they got them on. Look what I went and got today. I went and got the new, brand new Jordans. I went and got the new Air Max. I got stumping on the Air Force Ones. Ooh.
Right.
You ain't got. I got a whole sneaker collection, man. Listen, you see some of these folks on the YouTube street that's proud to display their tennis shoe collection. So again, folks, if you wonder where Fox News got the idea, and I'm talking to my brothers and my sisters, if you're wondering where Fox News got the idea that they could infiltrate us through sneakers, they got it from y'all. If you're wondering where Trump got the idea of let me go to the black community and hawk off some sneakers, he got it from y'all. Trump name, I did the research myself. Trump name is mentioned in over 200 rap songs. From Jay-Z, Chris, what's his name? Ludacris.
Okay.
Not B.I.G., but Rick Ross, 50 Cent. All of them is mentioned something about Donald Trump in the song and not in a negative light. So I'm wondering where they got the idea to infiltrate us through sneakers. You want to add anything to that, Char, before we get to this clip?
No, go right ahead.
Well, I tell you, folks, it's hard to defend stupid. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's check this out, folks.
That's the real deal. That's the real deal.
Hey, Char.
Yes.
I wonder what the T on the side of it's for. Terrible?
Terrific.
No. $399. That's before tax. So you end up spending about anywhere from $411 to $420 for a pair of sneakers. Most folks are not even going to wear these sneakers. They consider them as a collector's item.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Char.
They'll still buy them though.
Yeah, they're still buying them. And the thing about it is, though, they're saying that they rolled out 50 pair, and they were sold out just like that, right? And they keep saying, right? They keep saying they were targeted towards us. But from most of the reports I've seen, it's white people buying the shoes.
Yeah, I can believe that. They got it first. They found out and they jumped on it.
Yeah, they so you know maybe in a way it's kind of backfired on them. They went to the neighborhood to sell the sneakers, but you know the white folks hijacked the truck on the way in.
Probably even gave him cash.
Okay, cash money. Oh, we gonna get to that. You gonna see some people fresh out the auction.
Okay.
And now remember now, you heard me say $4.99. It gets worse.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is something I've been talking about for 12 years, 13 years, and I think it's going to be a big success. That's the real deal. That's the real deal. And we appreciate it. We really appreciate it. More than anything else, I appreciate the turnout, because they say they've never had a turnout like this, and we're going to do things that are terrific. Go out and vote, right? We have to go out and vote.
Well, we know that's a lie, that the bigger crowds, because we saw them big crowds going to get them shoes during the pandemic, lined up all around the perimeter malls and all kind of different malls of America. So no, that's not true, Trump. They had bigger crowds in Georgia getting them Air Force, them new what's Michael Jordan shoes, them new Air Jordans.
Yeah.
The line was almost 2 miles long. No, I'm just kidding, exaggerating a little bit, but it was a big line. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people trying to get them shoes.
We got to get young people out to vote, and you're going to vote, and we're going to turn this thing around. This country's not doing so well. We're going to turn this country around fast.
Finally left SneakerCon, and we're going to give you a quick unboxing of a friends and family Donald Trump.
All right, folks, this is supposedly the first documented case of someone buying an autographed pair of Trump sneakers. Now, watch when he takes them out the box. I'd be quite disappointed if this was a Christmas present. I went up under the tree and pulled the wrapping off and saw these. What the hell?
Trump shoes. So I was one of a handful of people that were selected to go to SneakerCon and hang out and meet Mr. Trump. He decided to drop a shoe. A little different. He signed it. One of the first ones. Friends and family, only 50 made. Cool thing too is that after he signed it, he handed me the marker that he signed it with. It says White House, and it's got his signature. So, yeah.
All right, so what was your winning bid? And let's see the signature.
$9,000.
There you go. That's how they got it.
Yes, that's how they got it. Ain't no way in God's green earth that I would pay $9,000 for a pair of sneakers. I don't care if I'm wearing them. I don't care if they're sitting up on the shelf.
Oh, what about you, it was for the cause. See,
what cause? I don't care. Okay, that's pretty. You know what? You hit the nail on the head, because that's all this is. It's a big grift.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. The man is in hock up to his neck. You're not going to tell me, no matter how you look at it, you're not going to tell me those judgments that we saw earlier does not affect Trump's bottom line. Has to.
Yeah.
But again, you see, folks, well, so far we've seen the two top people that bought the sneakers. They palm colored, ain't they?
Yep.
All right.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good time.
A man found guilty of manipulating his net worth guy that has 91 charges, guy that's been found of sexual assault, a guy that's been found guilty of defamation, a guy that's been found guilty twice, and y'all still buying these sneakers. This is not about just black folks. This is about y'all dumb folks. I don't care what color are. You got to be pretty stupid to be to think that this is all about I'm doing something genuine. It says it right there. Found guilty of fraud. Y'all think them sneakers is real? Wait till the water hit them and they start falling apart.
Yeah, they won't wear them now.
They probably won't. Well, those two that won't wear them, but wait, right. There's more.
Oh boy.
Was a big win for Trump this weekend, hours after he launched his new sneaker line in a surprise visit to SneakerCon in Philadelphia. The gold never surrender HighTops officially sold out. No word yet on if the limited supply of $399 kicks will be restocked. Jason, you're a fashionable guy. Will you be getting yourself some Trump sneakers, bright gold, so you can blend in here on the streets?
Not at that price. Holy cow. You can get them in POTUS white or T-red. They are definitely a collectible item. You know what drives the Democrats nuts? Donald Trump does so well with blue-collar workers. Those truckers that are saying, hey, we're not going to deliver to New York City, that's the heart and soul of the Trump movement.
Now, how do you go from talking about sneakers to the Democrats?
Incredible. That's all I can say on that one.
Right. How does that translate? And you heard him speaking about the truckers not delivering to New York. Well, for all you Trump supporters, let me tell you something. Trump businesses, majority of his businesses in New York. So who you think you're going to be hurting if you don't deliver? Did y'all think this thing all the way through? Wait a minute. Trump got buildings in New York.
Okay.
Did y'all really think that through? Or is it just something that's fashionable? We're not going to deliver. We're not going to deliver our goods to New York, coming from Georgia and all these good places, good old red American countries, because the Democrats is trying to railroad Donald Trump. That's what they're doing. They're trying to railroad our president. He is not the president of the United States, no matter how much y'all want to make him the president. He is not.
I do recall him calling himself 45 forever.
Yes, he did. He did, didn't he? Mm-hmm. And that was what 2017?
Somewhere around there, yep.
And now remember, right at the end of his presidency, when they had a chance to impeach him, one of the upper echelon Republicans said, "Oh, just don't worry about him. What harm could he do in these next couple of weeks?" Guess they found out. Guess they found out, didn't they?
Okay.
When you ain't got nothing to do, 2 weeks is a whole lot of time to kick up some mischief.
Okay.
What harm would it do? Let's continue.
And Democrats can't stand it. They don't understand it. They don't like it, but they try to fight back with these stupid op-eds that make no sense.
Yeah, again, Raymond, warping American politics, mega bad. You know, Dark Brandon has told us that time and time again, mega bad. But do you think this is actually pushing Trump supporters to be more enthusiastic in their support when they're constantly called deplorable, mega, radicalized, you name it?
David French's piece in the New York Times, frankly, is a little cuckoo. I mean, he talks about these MAGA threats and how it's unraveling society. I've got a couple of people I'd like David French to talk to. John
Justice Kavanaugh, Amy Coney Barrett, and pro-lifers who had their clinics firebombed in the last year. I mean, this is completely unhinged. Look, there's a lot of violence happening in America, but to try to somehow throw all of that at Donald Trump's feet, even with those gold high tops, I think this is a bridge too far. But look, every time they try to say Trump, they try to stop him at a trial, or they try to throw all of this, sludge at him, he somehow survives, which must drive his opponents crazy, because even the sneaker thing, I was on social media last night. Very interesting, as you see black support eroding from Joe Biden. This is connecting with Black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love there's a.
This is connecting with Black America because they love sneakers. They see they love sneakers. Well, without being, as that old saying goes, hit dogs will holler. So I guess he hit a whole bunch of people, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it's undeniable, whether you like what he said or not, whether you agree with what he said or not, you cannot deny the fact that especially our younger African Americans, black kids, especially our males, they worship them sneakers, man.
Yeah.
They certainly do. And they'll talk about their sneakers before they talk about their mama. How your mama doing? She all right, but man, you check out these new kicks I just got. Look at that.
Just came out.
Just came out too, boy. How much you spend, miss? Man, I spent a grip on these. In our terminology, what is a grip? $1,000?
That's crazy.
Okay. I could think of a whole lot more things I could do with $1,000. Or even $100.
Big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics.
I hate to say it, but is he right? When he tagged that, when he put that word culture in there, you cannot deny it, because sneakers, high top sneakers, low top sneakers, we got a name for every kind of sneaker out there. It's part of our culture. Now, unfortunately, these folks knew how to exploit it, whether y'all like it or not. You have to admit that he's not wrong. The only reason we mad about it because it came from one of them palm-colored folks.
Yeah.
Would you agree or disagree, Shaw?
I'll agree.
And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Question for you on that point, though.
Yeah.
Will the people that are excited about the sneakers and excited about Donald Trump, will that translate into them going out and voting for Donald Trump?
Well, anybody willing to put $400 down for a pair of sneakers? Yeah, I think that's commitment and love.
It's hope
something.
You're right.
It's something. It's affection on some level. I don't think.
It's foolishness on some level, is exactly what it is. It's foolishness on all levels is what it is. And I see you typing back. What do you mean, Shar? Trump people understand marketing, and you're absolutely right. They do. They had a target audience, because in marketing, that's one of the first things they tell you to do. Find your target audience. Who is the target audience in this case?
Us. The young people. I mean, they brought it out. I mean, Trump said, we got to get the younger people. So that's
a better way to reach. Go ahead, Shaw. I'm sorry.
That's how they're targeting. This is a whole marketing thing. That's all this is. It's marketing. It is what it is, and it does work. Think about it. They spend so much money when it comes down to marketing in everything. I mean, okay, let's talk about a song. Let's pick who we want to pick. Pick an artist.
Chris Brown.
Okay, Chris Brown. Okay, so they'll have him to wear a particular line of clothing.
Right.
and he's singing about the girl cheated on him. But
Right.
they have them changing 5 or 6 times, different outfits, all in a 4-minute video.
True enough.
And the
True
song
enough.
is only about the girl cheated on him or left him or
Right.
whatever. So,
Yeah.
but what we looking at? Oh man, that's good. Oh, look at that, he's sharp. Oh, look at that. They just marketed to us. We're gonna go out and go get it.
You're absolutely right. And you pointed it that way. Maybe I shouldn't have used Chris Brown. Maybe I should have used the females. Okay, in this case, like Beyonce. Beyonce. The Beehive. Everything seems like Beyonce puts out there. The Beehive is on it. If she wear one shoe on and one shoe off, the Beehive is wearing one shoe on, one shoe off. Beyonce done marketed so well that she done put herself on top of the Billboard Country and Western charts.
Okay, got some makeup out now. I think I seen
Okay.
makeup. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, hey, listen, folks, if marketing works, if you know your target audience, you know the age demographic that you're after, and if you have the money to saturate that market, you can't lose. You heard him say 1,000 pair of sneakers sold out in less than what, an hour?
Was that many? 1,000? I thought it was 50.
The first 50 was a special brand of them, but he sold 1,000, but there was 50 limited editions. Those were the ones that got the signatures on them.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I guess those are the ones that'll be collector's items.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But hey, like you said, Shar, I mean, marketing is marketing. Can't be mad at them. So far, like I said, when I first heard this, I was hotter than a 30 stolen 38.
Oh no, that's too hot.
That's
But you
hot.
got, you just gotta sit back or stand back and just look at the marketing that you see on YouTube. Just think about it. Just think. You don't even you recognize it. You recognize the style, whatever that is, the hip hop style, the drink on the counter or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it's marketing. Look at me. I got this, I got that. Watch me, be like me, buy my product, donate to me.
Exactly. It's called, I guess the best way to say that old adage, keeping up with the Joneses. I wonder if Trump would have came up with a brand of alcohol, how quick that would have sold.
Don't get that man any ideas because
Right.
Trump
Like
tequila. Hey, I'm telling you, that's
tequila. Get that double T. Trump tequila. Boom, boom, boom,
yeah,
boom.
sounds like a winner already.
It'll knock your socks off.
Okay, knock you out for 4 years.
Right. Before you know it, Trump will be back in office. Let's continue on with our next segment here, folks.
This is just for collectors. It's for people who want Donald Trump brand sneakers. That, again, he's connecting on a different level. And
I
that
hope he brings new voters into the fold, though, because I have a feeling the people that are going to go buy the $400 sneakers were probably going to vote for Trump anyway. So that's my concern. How does he get new voters into the fold? That's my concern.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey,
Okay, there, ladies and gentlemen, and that was a good question, fair question by the reporter on Fox News, if they call themselves reporters. But how it's because you sold those sneakers. Chances are the people that bought those sneakers were already Trump supporters. So I don't know how by hustling sneakers is going to relate to folks going on and changing their vote or deciding to you know what, Biden ain't got no sneakers. Why would I vote for Biden? He ain't got no sneaker line.
They're gonna start reaching out to the hip hop artists and different people like that, just like they did for that the shot.
Yeah, yeah. I won't be surprised if they reach out to one of these NBA celebrities already and say, "Hey, could you put our shoes on? You know what I mean? You walk around with our shoes?" And no, I can't do it. I bet he wouldn't ask LeBron that.
No, it's not gonna work.
No, but this what leads it up to our next thing here, Shaw. Of course, I live in South Carolina. South Carolina Republican primary was today.
Okay.
So for those of you folks that went out and cast your ballot or whatever, did what you do to poll workers, everything went to no runs, no drips, no errors, as they say. But if you don't know by now, Trump won the Republican primary here against Nikki Haley, which I find kind of strange since Nikki Haley was the governor of South Carolina. Since Nikki Haley she wasn't born here in South Carolina, but she was raised here in South Carolina. How does that equate?
Interesting.
And one thing you ask some of the native South Carolinians here, what you feel about the folks up north? And if they depend on what color they are, or if they're black South Carolinian, they'll ask, what you feel about the brothers up north? The old adage goes, all the scared niggas went up north. We stayed down here.
Okay.
I didn't say that; they said that, but I understand. But and then again, he drug out Yasabal's Sambo Tim Scott.
Mm-hmm. That's his VP. What you talking about? Go ahead.
And I think that's what he's doing. He's using Tim Scott as a because some of the things he said, this guy he couldn't get out of his own way. And as soon as he said he was going to start supporting me, look at it. Now he's a winner again.
Look at my man here. Yeah.
Right.
That's how they do.
Right. And then Tim Scott over there with a big old shit-eating grin on his face.
Like, ooh, I'm in the White House. Yeah. Me and my new girl, soon-to-be wife. Yeah. Let me in. Bringing my friend.
Yeah, that's the boss. We sick, master. But it's not so much. Of course, we all expected Trump to win the primary. I mean, this is what they've been talking about all year. Okay, so this is not expected. But to me, what's unexpected is what he said. So let's take a listen.
Okay.
Tonight, former President Donald Trump in Columbia at the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center. The 45th president was the keynote speaker at the Black Conservative Federation's Honors Gala. News 19's Nate Stanley was there this evening. He has more on the event.
We have a big deal tomorrow, and it's so important that everybody get out and vote because we want to win by big margins because the big day is November 5th.
It was the message from former President Donald Trump Friday night as he took the stand at the Black Conservative Federation's Honors Gala.
Just moments ago in South Carolina, Donald Trump accused the sitting president of the United States of hating Black people.
It's the only thing he's really been good at his entire career. You know what that is? Being a racist, because he's a racist. Biden spent years palling around with notorious segregationists.
I thought he was about to say Biden spent years palling around with the notorious B.I.G.
Biden, can't you see?
White as ever. But listen, there was a time in this country, and it's not too from the distant past. So I don't know if you remember this group called the Dixie Chicks. You ever heard of them before?
Yes, I heard of them.
The Dixie Chicks said something about a sitting president at the time, and I do believe it was Reagan. We haven't heard from the Dixie Chicks since.
They're not even whistling Dixie?
No, they ain't whistling Dixie. They ain't jumping jacks. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't on the chitlin circuit. We just haven't heard from them. Now, go back, folks. Go back. The Dixie Chicks was a popular country and western duo.
Yeah.
They were on top of their game, but they said something against the president of the United States, and that was it. Now you have a former president calling a sitting president a racist. Now, again, let's look at it in entirety. Is he completely wrong? Is he wrong for calling him a racist? Yes. But is he wrong about some of the things Biden has championed over the years? No, he's not. No, he's not. For a long time, Biden was not in black folks' corner, folks. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Go and do your history. We don't have time to go through it in this show. But you know, you always hear about us hollering about that crime bill. Go and see one of the authors of that crime bill. See whose name is on it. To call him a racist, but to say he's a champion for black folks, nah.
Donald Trump made that remark in South Carolina while making a pitch to the core of the Biden coalition, black voters. Now, Donald Trump failed to mention a few important things there. He was the guy who played footsie with white nationalists after Charlottesville. Donald Trump was the guy who had to be asked over and over again to distance himself from David Duke, the literal grand wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. And the actual Trump sales pitch to black voters was even simpler than that. Biden bad, Trump good.
Simple as that, isn't it, Sharp? Biden bad, Trump good. Because if you look at it, what she just said about Trump, which one you gonna vote for if you're a black voter?
Right.
We all know who David Duke was. We all know about the tiki torches, him walking down the street saying, those folks walking down the street saying Jews and those folks won't replace us. Trump saying that there was good and bad folks on both sides. According to who, Trump?
Yeah.
It is what it is, folks. I mean, these are when they tell on each other, they tell on themselves. Don't say that about me. I'm gonna bring this out about you. That seems to what's going on. So again, this goes back to what we always say, Shaw. They say that the black vote is not important, but if it's not that important,
it's important.
And I'm thrilled to be here tonight with Crooked Joe Biden's absolutely proud black conservative American patriots.
You shouldn't be doing well because honestly, they've done a lousy job for you. They've done a lousy job for you. They've done a lousy job for everybody, but for black Americans, they have done a very poor job. If you want strong borders, safe neighborhoods, rising wages, good jobs, great education, and the return of the American dream, then congratulations, you are a Republican. It's pretty simple.
What American dream have we been living under? When was America great again, according to us? Was it during slavery? Was it during Reconstruction? Was it during all those different times? When was America great to black folks? Few of us made it. I'll agree to that. A few of us became quite prominent, but for the majority of African Americans, black Americans, Negroes, whatever you want to call us, America has not been the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, it hasn't. Agree or disagree, Sean?
I can agree with that.
Years of killing. I heard the other day someone arguing about the police, saying that the origins of the police did not come from slave catchers. Yes, they did. Did you ever anything that's important or anything that's during the times. Okay, say like when they're doing the declaration, when they was penning the Declaration of Independence. If the police department was around there, don't you think they would have put that in there?
Probably so, but I'm still confused on how the police were not that person that said that. I'm still confused with that. Where did he get that from?
Say that last part again.
I'm confused of the person not believing that the police were slave catchers at a time. That's what I'm still shocked on.
Yeah, I don't get that, but you know that's one of those myths they like to spread in them YouTube streets. That no, the police weren't slave catchers. They were protecting property. Damn it, we were the property. They was coming back to get us.
Right. Oh, never mind.
Well, and my thing to the person that said that, Shaw, was like, okay, if the police weren't, what property? If your horse got away, your horse wasn't going straight too far. If your dog went out the way, it wasn't going straight too far. So what property were they sending these slave catchers at?
Pay them a nice salary, pension, and all that.
They got a pension back then too. Is that where pensions evolved from?
I'm just saying, you know, it got some benefits, you know. Just saying.
Let's continue.
Trump says that he's not going to take the black vote for granted. He says under the last 4 years of his presidency, he achieved the lowest African-American unemployment rate ever recorded, but it turns out that's not true. The all-time low for black unemployment was set by, you guessed it, Joe Biden in April of 2023 at 4.8 percentage points. And Trump also added this.
Unlike racist Joe Biden, I've spent my entire life working hand in hand with black Americans to create jobs, build buildings, invest in our communities. I want to tell you, a black worker is a great worker.
You might as well go ahead and say, I want to tell you, a black slave is a good slave.
Dang.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe just me being cynical. Maybe I just don't like Donald Trump. But y'all, do you hear how he says the word black? It's like, it's just, I don't really want to use it. I have to.
All right, well, let's put aside treating black people like a monolith, which he did over and over again. Donald Trump's career has been marked by a detailed history of racism. He was sued in the 1970s for housing discrimination based on race. He settled that suit, and Trump also gave a pretty stunning reason for why he says black voters like him now.
I got indicted for nothing, for something that is nothing. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against.
So that's why we like Trump, because he's a criminal too.
He blends right on in.
Right. Let that sink in, folks. Let that sink in. The thing about it is, I always pronounce this wrong. Cosmic dissonance. He has convinced himself in his own little small mind that what he's saying is absolutely right. That black people by nature are criminalistic. So y'all already know what I'm talking about. See, before this, I wasn't a criminal, but now I understand. I'm with my people. This is the part that chaps my ass. I can't defend the sneakers. There ain't no call for this. And this is somebody y'all want to be the next president of the United States. Black people, this is somebody you want to go out and vote for. Come on, man. Do better.
I want to start with Republican strategist Chair Michael Singleton, along with former communications director for Vice President Harris and former senior advisor to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Ashley Etienne. I am going to start with you, Ashley, because
Thank you. I think he needs to defend his party and the head of his party.
The idea that Trump being indicted multiple times makes him simpatico with black people in this country is what?
I mean, here's the thing. I couldn't be more, and I'm going to take the privilege of speaking for all Black people. I couldn't be more offended by that statement. And I just find it very rich. And here's the other thing. Him saying Black the way that he did, it just felt mocking in some sense. But
See, it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me. To just hear him saying the word Black it's like I really don't normally talk like this. This is not my vernacular.
It's unnatural for him. You can tell.
Yes, it is. That's the word I was looking for. It's just like saying Black is unnatural for him.
Mm-hmm.
The added emphasis.
Yeah, I mean, just the emphasis on the B. But here's the real reality is, Trump can try to pander to Black folks while insulting us at the same time in the same breath. But Black folks aren't like any other voter, and voters really want to know at the end of the day, what have you done for me lately? And that's where Joe Biden actually has the advantage. To your point, 4% unemployment among African Americans, 14% when Trump was president. Joe Biden created 15 million jobs, just canceled $1 billion in student loan debts, which really is going to set up a lot of Black folks to create generational wealth. And that's what it boils down to. So this to me is just, it's pandering. It's at its worst, but it's not going to have a major impact.
Sure, Michael, the person who started this organization that Trump was speaking at. Is this what he had in mind when he created a space? And let's be honest, there are Black conservatives. Yeah. There needs to be Black conservatives. Mm-hmm. But is this what he had in mind when he created this space?
I mean, look, I think that African Americans do have some dislikes about the current iteration of things, politically speaking. Trump mentioned the immigration issue. We've all seen videos and clips out of Chicago, out of New York City. I just talked about that on Jake's show a couple days ago. So
what do you think? What do you say about that, Shar? If Trump was coming to the Black folks and saying, I know your cities and your towns are being overrun by migrants, and it's because of the current administration's softness on the immigration issues. That's a legitimate gripe. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
That is legitimate. So if he came to the Black voters with something of that nature, yeah, I can see some folks are swinging that way. But the rest of this, is, to me, no. And again, like the young lady said, there's nothing wrong with having Black conservatives. It balances out both ways. But come on, Black folks. I don't think this is what you meant by being a Black conservative, someone that openly mocks us.
I think it's coming. He's going to talk about that, but he's going to wait a little bit later and mention it where everyone is really feeling the squeeze on it, and people will vote because of that emotion. Like, yeah, I'm tired of this, and yeah, I'm gonna vote for him. Get this. So,
right,
because that's a strategy. Well, they have a strategy for him. So.
Yes, because that's pretty much the way he got voted in 2016, because he said he was going to drain the swamps.
He talked about the wall. We'll make Mexico pay for it and all that. So, it's they know what they're doing. I mean, he has an excellent campaign. Team.
Race is the feature. Race is the feature hand.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some points of contention there. I do also think that there's some points of contention with Black men in particular. And Democrats have actually acknowledged this, that they recognize they need to work harder with Black men. Now, am I saying that we're going to see a plethora of Black men all of a sudden voting for Donald Trump beyond the 12% he received in 2020? That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that any decrease in Black men in key states like Georgia, perhaps Pennsylvania, these are key battleground states that President Biden won by very slim margins in 2020, that decrease could somehow give Trump some level of a mathematical advantage.
But, I mean, there's all of that, and then there's what Trump said and did tonight. I want to play just one more bit of what Trump said tonight.
God.
These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. But I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones. You see? That's how far.
You can only see the black ones. You can only see the black ones.
Well,
they was all in there grinning. They was all showing in pearly whites. That's why he could see them.
Dang.
You can only see the black ones.
That's a mess. I guess he said, what I'm saying is that's all that's important.
That's all that's important.
Right.
I don't see the white folks in here tonight. But wait, he gonna say, I've come a long way, don't y'all think?
Okay.
Far I've come. That's how far I've come. That's a long way, isn't it? Besides, we've come a long way together.
I mean, I don't even know what that means.
Well, I was waiting for him to throw gold sneakers into the audience.
Speaking of the gold sneakers, speaking of the gold sneakers,
More than anything else, I appreciate the turn.
20-year-old college student. Houses of Congress them that man created God.
What to happen as a white person days out from the election. Part of what we saw then, I don't think the party is quite.
My fault there, ladies and gentlemen. I pushed the wrong button over there. But, I didn't expect him to throw out sneakers. I was expecting him to throw out the breast, wings, and thighs, called it chicken. And that chicken. Remember, he was throwing up paper towels somewhere else.
I remember that. Okay.
Yet ready to confront in any sort of robust way. I mean, the strategy is quite antiquated. They're putting $25 million on television in these ads with the president sitting down having dinner. That's an antiquated strategy. The issue really is that disinformation is disproportionately targeted to Black voters as well as youth voters. And that's what we saw dating all the way back to the 2016 election. U.S. intelligence agencies are saying it's going to only get worse this cycle. AI is only going to compound the situation with these deep fakes. So the concern is that the party, for me, is that the party's not really ready to deal with this issue. You can try to address it on the margins with these types of dinners and these, and ads and $25 million on television. But the reality is the problem is in our feeds. It's the corrosion within our feeds that we're not ready yet to address.
a quick last word to you.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that Black men have legitimate concerns. They have concerns about the state of the economy. They have concerns about economic leverage, and they don't see those answers coming from Democrats. And so Trump is making the message. Again, doesn't mean that we're going to see 30% of Black men all of a sudden becoming Republicans. But what it does mean is that Donald Trump is tapping into something that I don't think we can ignore.
Plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen. As a white person would be happy to receive the same treatment that our Black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the directions.
What do you think about that, Char? If we were in a room, it was just me and you in a room full of palm-colored folks, white folks, and this lady got up and said, for all of you folks that wanted to be treated like MuzIQ and Char, stand up.
Man,
Not
it'd be
one of them
nice and
stood up.
cozy sitting down.
Yeah, when nobody would stand up. And the reason why I threw that clip in is it's the same thing. I tried to correlate that with Trump. Okay, what Trump is saying is, with you blacks, look at my black guy, y'all the only ones I can see right now. So let me talk to y'all directly. But my question to you is, after the election is over with, then what? Go back to what?
Have no idea.
Right. So again, as the lady asked, how many white folks in America would be willing to switch lives with me or you for 24 hours? Growing up in the era and the time that we grew up in. How many of them would be willing to say, yep, I'll take your spot, music?
No one wants that experience.
No, I don't think so either.
If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen. As a white person would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society.
If I were the Prince of Darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness.
Let me pause that right there. And for you folks that don't know that this gentleman that's about to speak, rest in peace, Paul Harvey. He was probably one of the, as they go say, one of the greatest newscasters of all time, and one of the very first commentary folks on television. This, what you're about to hear, folks, was way back in 1965. Listen to this and tell me if this man was not dead on point in 1965 when he said this.
And I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old, I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would...
Oh my goodness.
Right, that's the 1965. Is he wrong about anything so far? Who fans the flame? Fox News?
The media,
Right. Were we not in a pill epidemic here?
Pill, all kind of drugs. It just changes as time go on, but it's something.
Right. Is the churches not topsy-turvy now?
Yes. Everything is all right.
Are they not trying to convince children at a young age that this is right and that's wrong by subverting them through cartoons and commercials and all this other stuff? A child, on the average day, if a child watches TV 8 hours a day, he or she is subject to over 26,000 visual sexual thoughts. 8 hours of watching TV. And that's in 1965, folks. Imagine, none of this was even thought of in 1965. The internet wasn't even, no one was even talking about that then, folks. Stop it.
Right. Still black and white, just like he's in.
That's right. He's in black and white. Right. This is in the infancy of television.
Encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who want it until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. What'll you bet? I couldn't get whole states to promote gambling as the way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be. And thus I could undress you in public, and I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing. Paul Harvey. Good day.
Wow.
If he was the devil, he just keep on doing what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't miss. He did not miss on anything he just said. You could go. You can point out instances right now of exactly what he said. Right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're living all of that. We're living it all.
All of it.
All of it.
Right. How many schools now you hear got to put metal detectors and folks in schools with guns now? They're talking about giving teachers guns. Their state will issue the teachers guns, but they won't pay for them for school products like crayons and pencils and rulers and stuff like that. But they'll give them a state issued gun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue.
Say why America is the greatest country in the world.
Diversity and opportunity. Lewis. Freedom and freedom. Is not the greatest country in the world, Professor. That's my answer. And with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom. All right. And yeah, you, sorority girl, just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know. One of them is there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita,
Obese.
number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation, ever, So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I like him as an actor. What is this? Where'd that come from?
I don't know where. I'm not sure what movie it came from or what. But I think his name is Jeff Bridges, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the actor's name. But he's definitely on point. We are not the greatest country in the world, folks. We're not. There's no statistic that you can point out that America leads anything except for those 3 categories: prison, believing in angels. Sure, I think he should have said 4. Obesity,
mm-hmm.
and incarceration.
That stuff they put in food. Ooh.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we lead the country in that.
Yeah.
We lead the world in that. That's for sure. But nothing else. We're not the smartest nation. Our mortality rate is below there. Everything that some folks say, that as they use this MAGA slogan, "Make America Great Again," we were never a great country compared to some other countries. Canada, they're a free nation. They have health care. Why did the United States decide that they don't want to have a universal health care? Because some of these pundits, like you're about to see right here, decided that if we give universal health care, that means black people are going to get it too. And if you don't give black people health care, in 10 to 20 to 30 years, they will all die out anyway. That was their thinking. That was their thinking. And here's one of the guys right here that's the ringleader of that. Y'all check this out.
Ed Blum, that got affirmative action overturned. He also went after some law firms for their diversity programs. Of course, he sued us. But what he's trying to do is eliminate any race-conscious decision-making in America. So let me tell you what that means for all of us. Who in this room went to a HBCU? We went to FAMU. Okay, all right. Okay, so if he's successful, there may be no HBCUs. Because of Ed Blum and his organization, the SBA stopped their 8A program.
So anybody, a minority sort of certified business, if he's successful, that won't exist anymore. So companies won't be able to come to you and say, yes, we want to partner with you because you're a Black-owned business, or yes, we want to partner with you because you're a woman. If you've ever been through a leadership development program that helped high potential underrepresented folks, Black and brown people, he's trying to eliminate all of that. If you've got contracts, NIL deals, if you're an athlete, he's coming after that. If you're in media or entertainment, so that's why I often tell people, you might see the news about Fearless Fund and think, oh, that's too bad for those Black women. He's coming for all of us. He's coming for everything Black, and we must fight back and we must stand up.
Now, the reason why I included him in this clip is because this is one of the Trump supporters. This is the people who donate millions and millions of dollars to the Trump organization. Like I said, folks, although we had the insurrection, although we had all these different things, and Trump's of course, the figurehead of it all, but he didn't do any of this by himself. He didn't stop DEI. He didn't overturn Roe versus Wade. He didn't do all of this by himself. He had help from folks like these. With all the money.
Yeah, the purse.
The folks with the purses. These are the people that put Donald Trump in office. These was the people that Donald Trump was courting. These were the people that Donald Trump was stiffing. I ain't paying you. And everything about diverse inclusion and all these different things. You hear, what's that, CRT and all these. These are the ringleaders behind this stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So ask yourself, folks, ask yourself, Black people, when you put Donald Trump in office, you're not just electing Donald Trump. You're electing people like this. You're putting people like this in power. That's try to strip Black America of everything. Education, health, property, economics. They don't want us to have nothing. Go and do your research on this guy Bloom, and you'll see exactly what I mean.
The first look at Trump's shoes right here. Crazy. Let me see the size. Donald Trump has his own shoe. Yo, tell me about those a little bit. You know anything about
it? These right here, the friends and family. There's only 50 pairs made right here. All gold. You got the gold lace tips as well. Super fire. And low key, they're actually very comfortable. First ever Trump shoes.
Bro, this is the first look at Trump's shoes right here.
I hope this is the first and the last look at Trump's shoes. Because I hope, young fella, when you go home and see how dumb you look in them shoes, you'll never walk in them again. I told you you'd find somebody with them on. They don't even match. Do those look like shoes that a man should be wearing, Shaw, honestly?
No, maybe if you're in the entertainment business or something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe if you was about to go out and perform some kind of circus event or something, or maybe you want to stand out at the track meet, so you wear some gold slippers like the Canadian runner did. Ben Johnson, he had gold running shoes. But just to casually walk around, no, Bubba, this ain't it. This is not making no fashion statement here at all. Low key comfortable my ass. And nothing low key about these shoes. You can spot these from a mile away. But yeah, you see how the lighter versions of folks. You see how they was ready to just buy the shoes and put them on the shelf. The darker version of folks, you see what they did, bought them and put them on his damn feet.
That's what we do.
So I guess again that newscaster on Fox wasn't too wrong, was he?
No, not at all.
Let's continue.
Crazy. Let me see the size.
America, because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal.
For who? Because we love sneakers.
This is connecting with Black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Question for you on that point, though.
Yeah.
Will the people that are excited about the sneakers and excited about Donald Trump, will that translate into them going out and voting for Donald Trump?
Well, anybody willing to put $400 down for a pair of sneakers? Yeah, I think that's commitment and love. It's something. You're right. It's something. It's effective.
Number one, we not going to ignore the way they've criminalized diversity, equity, and inclusion. Plus, these shoes is ugly. Number two, outside of Candace Owens and the rest of the Blexit Brigade, who do you think is going to be interested in the Air Fraud ones, the January 6s? They gold, red, white, and blue. No. Number three, ain't no way in hell y'all think the January 6s, the Air Fraud ones, is going to make us forget about how y'all bastardized the concept of being woke that come from our culture and community. In the same sentence, you talking about how this man is so equipped of understanding culture. Oh, you smoking dope and dog food. Number four, Fox News was engaging in textbook pathological race hustling. You see what I'm saying? And race baiting, talking about some black people gonna vote for us because they love sneakers. If you're willing to pay $400 for the sneakers, of course you're a vote for them. Who gonna tell them? Number five, do y'all really believe after y'all chastise my community for supporting criminals that we gonna support this criminal right here? Hell nah. Number six, we standing with the watermelon state, not the apartheid state. We know where you stand there. You know what we talking about right now? That you out your goddamn mind if you believe them ugly ass sneakers will make us just forget who you really be cheeking up with. Number seven, I still ain't forgot when he said that there are fine people on both sides and the other side with some tiki torch carrying maniacs. I still ain't forgot that. And them ugly sneakers, they ain't helping no better.
He made me a Russian oligarch overnight.
Well, I don't think nothing else needs to be said about that last clip because I'm with him on that one. I don't think I forgot. And there's a whole lot of us black folks that had not forgot about what you said about the Tiki Torches folks and all these other things. We ain't forgot. But this guy right here on the screen right here, this is the guy that paid $9,000 for the shoes, right, Shark? So instead of just saying, you know what, giving the guy, okay, well, instead of harassing him for, they made him out to be a Russian oligarch.
Here's how. Guys, I'm a sneakerhead. I'm also a U.S. Army veteran. And yes, I am a Republican. The title of the article read, "A Russian oligarch spends $9,000 on sneakers to support Trump." Sounds sketchy, but I actually came from Ukraine. At the time, it was part of the Soviet Union. I came here at the age of 13 as a refugee, where my dad had $4 in his pocket. I busted my ass working every dirty job under the sun to get where I am today in order to be able to afford to buy these $9,000 pair of collectible sneakers. But I guess the headline of Russian refugee, Ukrainian refugee, or perhaps maybe just a man, that would not get as many clicks as a Russian oligarch. I even saw a tweet from a Ukrainian patriot that said, a Russian shady watch dealer bought $9,000 pair of sneakers as a way to move money to Russia somehow. Of course, I kindly asked the author to check the fact that my own charity raised over $250,000 of aid to Ukraine since that war has started, before putting out accusations of stupid tweets, if you will. I wasn't trying to make a political statement by buying these shoes. Of course, the internet blew up. I'm getting comments and messages from on IG from people saying, oh, I am no longer following you, or I'm unfollowing you because you're a Trump supporter and I'm no longer doing business with you. It's funny, here I am, maybe I'm silly. I thought that people done business with Luxury Bazaar because we've been in business for 21 years, because of trust, because of personalized customer service that we provide in great pricing. But I guess I was wrong. You know what saddens me the most about this whole situation is that over something as stupid as a pair of sneakers, it showed me so clearly once again on just how divided our country is. With that said, guys, there's not a mean tweet in the world, there's not an IG post, there's not a news article that's going to stop me from being who I am. And that is a patriot of this country, a country that once let in a 13-year-old immigrant and gave me the opportunity to be where I am today. And I'm going to be thankful for that for the rest of my life. You want to hate me for wanting this country to be great again? Go ahead and judge the sneakerhead. But no matter what, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, that was a nice end to your speech there, Mr. Shaw. Before we wrap things up here, listen, that last little part that he threw in, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So,
justice for all.
What part of that is true? Because black folks was in slavery.
Justice for all. That's standing out. Where's that
right.
at?
Right. Right. Justice for all. What part of black folks, what part of justice for all was he talking about? To say sometime when people say patriotism, they act like the only color of patriotism is white. Now, if I remember correctly, if history serves me correctly, the first person to die in the Civil War, in the Revolutionary War, was Crispus Attucks. He wasn't white. If I remember correctly, during World War II, there was a group of fighter pilots called the Tuskegee Airmen that did not lose a B-29 anytime they escorted them into enemy lines.
Yeah.
I can think of the 54. We all saw the movie Glory. 54th Massachusetts Regiment, all black. So what part of patriotism does not go with being black in this country? What part of justice for all should we not want? That's what it's all about. Isn't that's what voting your candidate into office in your life? When was America great again? That's what I want to know. When was it great for us as black people? Now, again, this sneaker business has us all in an uproar, but it's sad. Just like my man said, it took sneakers, for folks to understand that you still support Donald Trump. Knowing all you know, maybe instead of looking at it the way you look at it, maybe look at it the way other folks look at it. You're supporting someone that could possibly, and that we know, caused an insurrection in this country. But you're still supporting them. So once I found that out about you, okay, I can't do business with you. If I go to any store and I see them say, hey, I'm supporting Trump, I don't shop at that store no more. That means some of the money that I'm spending gonna go to possibly put this dude back in office. No, thank you. Char, anything in closing before we get up out of here?
Sound like you won't be stumping in your air fraud ones.
Who that stumping in my air fraud ones? That's crazy though, isn't it?
It is.
But listen, folks, you cannot argue and you cannot deny that what that Fox News reporter and so many other folks have said. Sometimes we do take things to an extreme. And sneakers is one of those things we as Black Americans take to the extreme. So much so that they use it against us. There's a new group coming out this week. It's called Trump and the HighTops.
They all got gold hair.
They all got gold hair. John Singleton, they're gonna be singing that song, going bang, bang, bang. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get up out of here again. Next week, we'll be back with an upload of the migrant crisis. Of course, there's always something new to talk about. So we got some great info to pass on to you folks about some of the things that's going on. Some of it. What the hell? Sure, you know that the folks is getting $9,000?
Yeah. I tried to get in the line. They pushed me out.
You wasn't the right color.
Oh, well.
You ain't speaking Spanish. I love Mr. Fantastic is speaking Spanish.
Oh, you speaking in Spanish.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, y'all, we're going to go brush up on our Spanish, and we'll see y'all next week on the Chop Shop. We out.